Testing. Great chess begins here. Here we go. Let's see. Playing for Little Rock Chess. Tournament's going to start in less than a minute. Great chess begins here. Yo, good luck. Thanks, man. Person, I think I know who this is. Thanks. All right, let's see. I need to prop this up on something. Otherwise, I won't notice messages coming in. So, 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All guys on. Oh my gosh. What's my record against this guy? 3-6. I can't remember what he played last time. I think he... Oh, yeah. I remember this. Okay. There's a thing here, which is you're actually not really... The best move is not to play this. The best move, as I recall, is to play d5. I've been kind of looking at these Sicilians, though, so I don't mind playing this one. Damanov. Damanov Sicilian. Of course, I'm completely out of theory already. Completely out of theory. It means you just make it up as you go along. Just try and find the best moves. He has not played this move. I want to say that you are supposed to do that. Like, what if I play this knight here? Threaten that check. And it includes the fact that if he takes here, my knight will be sitting there and he can come back and recapture. I kind of wonder about that. Let's see, if I play here and he plays queen here, and I play check. Check, or would I kick the bishop? Yeah, then the bishop would have to do something. I'm going to try this move. I don't know what, of course, I don't know theory here. I don't know what the best move is, but I'm going to try that one out. Oh, well, you know, he can do this. Completely missed that. Right there. This guy's really good, so he's not going to miss that move. Let's see, after he plays that, am I going to have anything? Here, take, knight takes. He'll be able to trade out on this square with the bishop, yeah. So knight here, and And he's going to be threatening this, this. This. Check, loses a piece. For some reason, I like that idea. Takes, check. Push a pawn maybe, or move my king. That line looks too wild, and it looks like I'll lose. If I play here, he's got a trade, I think. Knight takes. I could take with the pawn. Try to get something out of this mess. Play here. Nope, not yet. I guess I want to do this. I don't want his queen coming in behind this pin. The pin's bad enough as it is. It's attacking my queen, so I have to take it. I just think taking with the knight, I mean, I'm going to end up with a bad pawn structure, and I'm going to end up a pawn down. I think I got to take with this piece, with the pawn. All right, I can check here. He takes, I take. Traps his king in the center for a move. Anything else is going to allow him to castle. After that, I think it's pretty much over. I got to try and pull a rabbit out of the hat. I guess he's thinking about whether or not to give up this piece or just move the king. And he does, in fact, give it up. Oh, so he's willing to trade queens. He's one pawn up. All right. This is where I'm going to play this move. Hide that pawn. Now, if I play here, he can just play this and guard the g-pawn. His knight doesn't really have a strong way into my position, which is why I kind of want to do this. Because I'm going to launch the h-pawn. here first. There's no reason to panic. I'm only down one pawn. Wow. F5. I am surprised by that. I guess he's blocking this diagonal. But I can immediately play this move. Play here, he's going to push this pawn. If I play here, his queen might go to there, which is a pretty good square, attacking that. He may very well push this pawn on me. I'm going to push this. I gotta look for really strong moves. His bishop's not any good. That helps a little. Look at all the pawns he's got on white squares. Okay, so he's targeted this pawn. Oh, and he's threatening this. He can play that now and win a piece. And so I'm going to have to play here. Connect my rook somehow. Maybe I need to push the F pawn. Stop some of his pawn pushes. Gosh, he did it anyway. Guess he's wanting to bring his knight in behind that pawn. Well, not a lot of choices here. Guess I'm going to have to go here. If I get that pawn to that square, I could maybe bring the rook in. I think he'll play here. If he does fork my king and queen, my queen and bishop, at least he'll straighten out my pawn structure. Not a lot to be said for that, but it would help a little. These pieces are just sitting at home. He might be thinking about pushing. No, I guess he's not. He might do it now. I don't think so. It'll open up this piece. Maybe d5. Attacking my queen, trying to get his bishop out. Thinking about going here, at least you have to defend that pawn before he can play his bishop out. this guy here and here. I would have 3 on that one. He's probably going to play here. He's got this massive pawn center. Whoa. He did not do that at all. Is he planning on going here with check? Coming in down here? I'm not really afraid of that. I think I'm going to play here. Yeah, he is planning on doing that. If I go here, he checks and he wins the bishop. I could play here. I can play here. Check, up, let him have that pawn, and then bring my other rook over. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything wrong with this move. I really don't. Oh, he wants to do it that way. My queen is guarding this pawn. Here, take. I do kind of need to stay in the vicinity of this c-pawn. I gotta do something with my king someday. Always want to give me that one. You can take there and then this. Cool. Maybe I'll play king here. He's kind of blunted his attack on the f-file, in my opinion. Now I am threatening to take this pawn. Okay, he's attacking this pawn again. You know, truthfully, I want to play this one up. Even though it's putting a pawn on the color of this bishop, it's giving me a pawn in the center, which means this big push of his, if he ever did that, would not work so well. Okay, where can he go? Really nowhere down here. I've got all those squares. If I take here, I am threatening that piece. Okay, he's threatening this pawn. I don't consider that to be a big threat. I think I'm going to have to do this to try to stay in here. I mean, I have to take some risks here. All right. Not a surprise. I want to keep my queen on the 7th. You know, I could play all the way back here and trade queens. I sure could, because he can grab this one. Then I'd have to play my rook over somehow. Play queen to here and bring the rook over. I don't know that he will grab this one. Queen here, he takes. I don't think he'll take even. I go here. That's a loss, which means he won't do this. I play my queen over there. I've got to be careful about this file. This is one reason I'm thinking about. I think this is the best one move that gives the best opportunities, let's say. He's going to play a rook to the... What? Oh, he's coming in here. Queen check. I can't go... Oh, no. I mouse slipped again. That was terrible. Well, this game's going down. Queen here. And I'm trapped in a box. I'll have to play rook here to guard this square. Then he plays queen check here and he wins a rook. I got to remember the difference between left click and right click. Can't believe that. That was terrible. Yeah, see, now what do I do? My king can't move. He's threatening checkmate on that square. Can I wiggle out of this? No. If I move the bishop, is there some way to guard that square? Is that a mate? No, I can play here. Click that pawn. He's right now looking for a mate. I think it'll start this way. Ouch. Okay, I've had enough of this one. Mouse slips don't help. Off to a rip-roaring start. You got to remember the difference between left click and right click. I've done that before. I've done it before twice. I think, of course, I don't know the theory here, but last time I took with my queen, I was in a position similar to this. I think now I just like queen captures. Okay, what if he plays here? I move the knight. He captures. Now I got to take with my queen. Guess I'm gonna play this first. I think I can do that. I feel a lot better after I'm castled. about this idea? First play this, rook here. Stops his knight from coming here. Okay. Right here, and here, and here. I'd love to push this pawn. Oh no, even better, push this pawn. Actually, I really do want to push that pawn. If he captures, queen captures. Let's try this. Just got to figure out a way to defend that again. I've got 3 attackers. He's got 2 defenders. Okay. I rather like that. Now, I kind of like the idea of doing this. Oh no. How about that move? Either attack his queen. If we trade, I got a rook on that square. Kind of like that too. I think I'm going to play that move. And I'm attacking that pawn. You can't immediately attack my rook. I think he's going to have to do that trade. I'm a pawn up. I really believe the C file is the file. I don't really want him coming in on that file. Do I go here or do I go back here? I think I want to go back here. It's a white square. You can't attack me. I really kind of want to just do this. I'm trying to control the 2 open files. There are actually 3 open files, but to use this one, he has to move this piece. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to bring in my king. Of course, I got a kingside pawn majority, so I'm trying to activate it a little bit. square his bishop could go to hurt me. I think I'm going to go here. Bring my king up at least one more square. Now I got a great open diagonal. Which means I kind of want to put another attacker on that pawn. That threatens this move. Of course, he could immediately play there and pin it to this rook. I'd have to bring my king up. I'll lose the bishop, so I have to move my king up before I ever do that. I've also got this check right now. I don't think that check nets me anything. It does put my bishop on a central square, which is good. Okay, now I'm thinking more along the lines of doing this. I don't really want that bishop coming to this square. And now I have to do this. We're going to have a massive trade here. And now I have to decide. Decision time is approaching. Do I let his rook back here? Or not? Of course, I may not have a choice in the matter. His rook will come to the 8th. This rook can come back and guard the 7th rank. Decisions. If I play this rook to here, and he goes back to that file, I drop this rook to here. He will come to the 8th. And I got to be careful about guarding this pawn. I have to be able to guard that one. This means this rook may have to come back at some point. I guess I'm going to play here for the moment. I didn't really expect that because that makes this a lot easier. Okay, this pawn's got to go in. If I play here and he plays over here, I take his pawn, he comes to the 7th. Okay, I play here, he plays over, I drop my rook back. I gotta get my rook behind that pawn, behind the passer. I'm wondering about actually marching my king up the board a little. Like, what if I just do this? What if I just do that? Now my king can go to this square. I could also just pick off a pawn. Okay, check, king moves. I take his rook. He pushes. Rook back. He pushes again. Rook here. Okay, does that work? Check. His king moves. I check. His king moves. I take his rook. His pawn pushes. I go to the b file. His pawn pushes again, and I go to the 8th, and I'm won. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to win a rook, and then I'm going to win his pawn. Well, that was the wrong move. Now I'm going to force his king back. I'm going to go over and win his f-pawn, and then I'm going to checkmate him with a king and a rook. I think that's his optimal move. This would allow me to play here, and I would cut off his king on this file. Yep, that was his best move. Now if I play here, he's got one legal move, and then I'm going to mate him with the king and the rook. Yep, that's that. That was a hard one rating point. Good game, Floppy Mojo, somebody said. I wish my game had been good earlier. I can't ever see the chat when I'm playing a game. I don't know how you do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even remember the guy I just played. What was his name? Let's see. Will Ozier. Who's that? 1980. Ed Garden. French defense. French defense has been the bane of my existence since I took up chess. Boy, what a rough opening. I don't know any of these variations. Just make them up. I want to say this is a gambit from Alicante. Is that right? I think it is. Let me try that. I'll end up a pawn down and in a lost position, try to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Maybe here. I'd say in a variation like this, you've got to get an attack on his castle king soon. But how do you make him castle? I'm not even sure knight f3 was the right move because, of course, I'm out of theory. Not really sure where he's going to put that piece. Of course, I've got this too. Oh, that's interesting. I play here. I'm threatening that. that if that pawn wasn't there, like if he pushed it. So if I go there, can I kind of force him to castle? If he checks me, I play c3, he takes this pawn. Seems kind of nutty to do all that. I think I'm going to play this move first. Then I'm going to play this move. Because he might play here in the meantime. And he does not. Okay. I go here. He checks. I walk my king. He takes a pawn. Then I fork his king and rook. See what he does here. Ever played this guy before? Nope. I'm number 31 in the tournament. He's number 10. This is the way it's been going for a while. I lose game 1, then I fight my way back by playing lower rated players. Okay, so he moves the knight. Can launch the g-pawn. I like that. He's going to kick this knight next move. No way I can add anything to that. That kind of gave me a target when he did this. Yep, he kicked the knight. I guess I have to come back. Is he going to play here? I don't think it does anything for him. I mean, if he plays here, I'm going to probably either push this pawn or play rook b1. I'm certainly not going to trade my white squared bishop for that knight. I'm fully developed and attacking. He's not. I might actually be able to castle queenside someday. Queen here, castles. That could happen. Okay, pawn push. What's he going to do with that? That just looks like the right move. Here, here. I could have gone ahead and done this first, which may have been the right move. Play here first. Oh, he's going to castle queenside. He sure is. Huh. Play here. Plays here. I take. Queen takes. Look at this pawn sitting on g6. I'm not sure I can ever promote. storm him like this. If he recaptures here, I'm just going to calmly play queen d2 and debate where to put my king. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I can always just go this way and bring these rooks over, win back this pawn, maybe just control these files and get a good game. Okay, so he's worried about losing the pawn. Here's an interesting idea. I could move this knight to here, then to here, guarded by this bishop, and come back to that square. So I play here, he castles, and I play here. If he pushes, I have to take it en passant. That is an interesting idea, though. We'll hang this pawn for a minute. Bring this guy back. I really think I got to think about castling. Maybe drop this guy back and then do all that. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. Guard this pawn. This is a kind of a long-range plan, but I'm going to try it out. Plus, it kind of looks like I'm going after this pawn again. I'm going to have to play this one up. Of course, he's got a terrible bishop. I know what he should be working on, but he's not working on it. Okay, he's coming after my bishop. And you know what? He's going to get it. Because this pawn's not guarded. Yep, he's going to trade a bunch of pieces off, I think. Still wish I could push this pawn to here. I guess that won't happen now. Nope, 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 nope. Go here. Guess I'm going back. He keeps taking pieces off. This endgame is going to get harder and harder for me to win. I can't believe the guy's thinking about this. I would take that knight in a heartbeat. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe that's not the move, but that bishop is not exactly great. And it gets him closer and closer to, you know, a simplified endgame. He's a pawn up. This guy's a regular French player. Interesting to know that. Does he play the French defense a lot? Well, I played 2 games. Tournament's got 40 more minutes. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. If he takes that, I'm going to take it with the knight. In the meantime, I'm going to play that knight. I don't want him taking it. Threat this pawn. I'm going to predict he does this, and then we'll take there. Whoa. I forgot about his knight. Where's he planning on putting that thing? Oh, he's planning on putting it here. That's what he's planning on. Captures, 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 captures. Do I have anything I can threaten? I could play here. Put another piece on that square. I do kind of like that. Let me look at this for a minute. Okay, if I play here, oh, he takes with check. I think I'll play here. If he captures, knight captures. Knight captures, queen captures. I got a queen here. He's got a backward pawn. Okay. I guess he's thinking that when he captures, this knight's hanging. I got a feeling that knight's got to come back to here. That was a pretty sneaky move. This pawn's, well, bishop's on that square. He captures, I capture, his knight captures. My queen captures, he captures, I capture, and he captures. I have a dominating queen on the e file, though. I'll be ready to attack down here. And that pawn will hang. So I think I'm okay. We go into that line. When he captures, this knight's got to capture, because if this one captures, well, I guess that would be okay, right? Captures, 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 captures. So this guy can do it. I don't want him trading that bishop for this knight. I could be wrong, but I think that's really good for him. Whoa. He really wants this pawn. I really want to kick his knight out of here. Okay, I could capture here. And when he captures, I could play this knight here and let this knight guard this pawn. Captures, queen captures, knight captures. How does that work again? Captures, captures, knight here, knight captures, knight captures. This pawn's going to hang. I can get away with hitting this knight first. He's going to play here and check me. That's going to force him to take this piece off. Jack, king here, captures. Captures. That's what I figured. Now, do I take with the rook or the pawn? Eek. What do I do? Take with the pawn. The knight could retreat to there. I could even take the knight. Although I don't think that's right. Do I take with the rook or do I take with the pawn? All right, I'm taking with the rook. Right or wrong. At least he guards this knight against his attack over here. I think that knight had better go back to here. Okay, this pawn is protected. If I capture, queen captures. I'm going to lose this pawn right here. Captures, queen captures, knight here. Queen could capture here. Strategically, I still think that's the right move. I really do. Watch out for this guy. This is an interesting game, regardless. What's going to happen here? Man, I really need a threat in the worst imaginable way. I'd love to kick this thing again. I probably should have done that. Except he'll go here, and that can allow him in here. He's kind of wiggled out of the box that I had him in. I kind of think I had him in a box early on. To there, huh? This pawn's up for grabs now. What about this move? Doesn't do much, does it? What about this move? Queen moves, trade. Queen captures. Queen here, maybe? It sure brings the pressure off of this F file. I would say. I have to go either here or here. I believe. Looking for a way that pawn. If I take and he takes, I don't want to give him the file again. I want to do this. If he takes my rook, then I'm going to recapture with the knight. I just missed that. That's extremely bad. I'm getting mated. He gets this square. I may have to win this one on time if I can. Whew. I'm breathing a little easier now. There you go. Boom! Wow, gotta get another water. All that for 6 rating points. Ah. All right, going back to the tournament. I have time for at least one more. I don't even remember the guy I played. I can't remember his name. Who are these people? Oh, Justin, me, Brent, Floppy. I knew B3 wasn't a good idea. I gave up that square. B40 Parsons. They love to play this. I don't know why. Probably avoiding theory. This guy's playing the same line the other guy played. don't know. End up in a similar. Attack that pawn and that pawn. What about that idea? I kind of like it. I don't think it's right, but I kind of like it. Oh my gosh. Plays there. Well, I will take this one and trade queens. Okay. So you're going to let me get a drink of my water. I want to play against this pawn. I want to bring this rook here and play against that pawn after I play this and get my bishop out and castle. I'll play against these hanging pawns. All right. Restraint, blockade, destroy. All right, if you want to trade my undeveloped piece for your piece, it's fine by me. That's target number one. Gosh, that last game was a nightmare. Okay. I can go ahead and kick it. I can go ahead and trade it. He's going to love this. I've got a total lock on the only open file. I guess I can keep winning pawns. have just gone here. In fact, I'm sure that was the right move. Play here next. The only problem is he's over here. We can get these lateral checks. I don't want to go another pawn away. Now, he is on the side of the board that I want him on, though. Just queen with check. I guess I'll try and play another one after this. Don't do well against these top players. I just haven't been doing well against them lately. 10 games, I won 3 against that too fast for Mike guy. I don't know. Not doing that well. The guy berserked me? Seriously. All right, maybe he's better than I think. I don't know any theory here. I'm already out of theory. Oh, I forgot he berserked me. That's why he's moving so fast. Where's that knight going? Is he going to push this pawn? Apparently. just sent me a message. These kind of wide open pawn structures, you just don't know what to do with them. Well, I can end up with an isolated pawn, but I'll be a pawn up. I like being a pawn up. It's going to be isolated. Whoa. I take his rook. He takes my rook with check. I recapture. I'm exchange up. Why is he doing this? Okay, it's 8-16. I probably cannot afford to play another one. I guess I'm going to try, though. Oh, great. Well, this guy's good. Surprised he didn't berserk me. I won a French where I didn't play well and cursed. I lost to Too Fast for Mike again. I won the others. I don't think I'm doing that well. I wonder what opening this is. Let's kick that. All right, I'm number 9. If I win, I'll finish the tournament in the top 10. That's become my new goal. So if I push and he captures, knight captures, pawn captures, or queen, this pawn will hang. Sure wish I'd dealt with this pawn before. So captures, knight captures, bishop. I've got enough defenders for that guy. Maybe do this. Wow. Maybe, can I play here? When he captures my d pawn, I take with the bishop. I think I can. Time to grab this one. I'll grab that one. I don't understand this guy's strategy. You know, it just seems like he's Give me one thing after another. If he plays here, I am definitely going to go right there. Go to town on his rook and his king side. Hopefully. And he does. Wow. Man, I didn't expect this. And then this guy becomes a target. I don't get this guy. What's he doing? That threatens to win that piece. He's down. He's got 5 pawns. I've got 6. And the bishop pair. With correct play, I should probably win this one. If I don't make a mistake. I don't do something stupid. Well, okay, he's going to play rook here. I still don't think that's getting him much. Here, he can't play rook here. This is simple chess. I should be doing well at this. By simple, I mean it's not that complex of a position. I mean, it should be, with correct play, a win for me, I believe. Except he keeps hounding my queen. That's the best square to go to. We can go here. Play here and attack. I can't get to his king. His king is too well guarded. Great. I'm hanging that pawn, bishop. That was sweet. How do I get out of that mess? Somehow I got to be able to attack this knight again. No, I'm going to lose a bishop. Unless I attack his queen with it. He grabs here. Attacks my rook. If I attack his queen right now, he takes. I lose at least the exchange. Capture, capture. Come back and capture here. This piece is still going to hang at the end of all that. Okay, I play rook over. He captures. I capture. He captures with check. I lose a rook. All right. What else? What other possibilities are there? I play here. He'll play here. That may be all I've got. If I play here, he captures. I capture check. He captures. And I capture his queen. Does that work? Play here. He takes the rook. I capture his bishop with check. He He takes, and I recapture. I've lost. Oh, this piece hangs. This is the only move. I'm going to lose a bishop. And this knight out here is going to kill me. I'm going to play here. Knight here. Hitting my queen. Queen here hits the knight and the rook sitting there. His queen will still be on pre to my rook. I think this holds if I play here. When he takes my bishop. He plays here. I'm playing this rook to here. We'll see. We'll try to win the knight. I still think he's got a way out of it. Rook takes. I play here. What if he plays rook takes bishop? He's won both bishops. Take his queen. He takes another rook with check. King moves up. His knight moves. He's got a lot of material for that queen. Unless I'm miscalculating this, which I might be doing. Wow. I didn't expect that move. This is going to be weakened. Captures. See, if I do this, the defender of that square is gone. I think I retreat. What a messed up position. Oh, we're not going to make the end of the tournament. So no more tournament points. I need to beat this guy because I need the rating points. Check here. King up. I don't like that move. Take. I know I shouldn't be going after pawns. This piece does guard this square, but the other thing is that knight's very dangerous. Okay, I'm going to take it. Guards this one and this one. Boy, this is a rough game. If he plays here, I'm going to have to play f6, I think. Because if he plays here and I play here, takes with the discovered on my queen, I won't be able to play rook takes because he'll take my queen. So if he plays here, I've got to play f6 or f5 even. And then he can take one of those with the discovery. This piece has got to be dealt with. It's just too strong. I got to attack this queen with something, and I think it's this rook. Got to get off that diagonal. I got to get his queen out of here. Numero uno. The queen's got to go. I don't think I'm going to have time to do it. If he plays here, I attack his queen. Because then if queen takes, rook takes, I can live with that. As bad as it is. I may have to play here to get rid of the queen, to get her out of there. This stuff's just too powerful. So he discovers on my queen. I really think I got to play right here. Yeah, I do. Is there anything else I can do? Play here. Try to kick the queen out that way. This queen will probably just take here. I love keeping the pressure on this backward pawn. But this square has to be guarded. I think I'm going to play here. If he takes this, got to figure out a way to get that queen out. Maybe here. He does it that way. Wow. Now he could take, he could trade his queen for 2 rooks if I let him. Because this pawn, I just don't know about. Somebody sent me a message. What do I do? Rook here. He takes the A pawn. Do I have an entry point? No, I don't. I think I'm about to abandon the A pawn. Okay, if I make a move, let's say I play here. He takes, I take, he takes. Can he do this? Can he afford to sack his queen for 2 rooks? At that point, I've got a queen against his 2 rooks. I've got 5 pawns. He's got 4. That's going to be a very tricky endgame. I'm gonna call his bluff and see if he'll do it. We'll see if he will trade his queen for 2 rooks. And he doubles on the file. Triples on this square. Now, if I play here, queen takes, rook takes. He wins a pawn. I really kind of want to do that. Let's see if he'll do that. We're in an endgame. We got bishops of opposites, which means there will be drawing chances for both of us, depending. could play here. Could have done that last move. I wanted to take this off the table. Well, that's the answer to that question. Plays here, and I take, and he plays down here. Then I'll have to play bishop back here. Bishop here, check. Okay, let me look. Now, if I take here, this piece is frozen for a move. He plays rook here. I have to defend this piece and play it here or here. He does not have a mate then. And I'll be able to move my rook for one move. I'm going to try to win it. I think I have to do that. Yeah, he's unpinning it because he wants to go to this square. And what I'm going to do is play here and stop the bishop from coming in. Yeah, my bishop's going to retreat to here, I believe. I need to start pushing this pawn. What he'll do with that one. He guards it, and he attacks this one. Boy, that's going to be rough if I let him do that. If I let him, I'm going to really open up my white squares if I do that. Well, he's going to get them either way. I need to exchange rooks, but I got to watch out for that square. Too low on time. This piece is going to come right in here and kill me. This piece does not need to be on a light square. Now I have to go here. Bishop checks, king moves. Do I get mated here? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I don't have enough time. I do not have enough time to calculate this. Let's say bishop out here. This rook can't leave the 8th rank because he'll check me. And when I move, he'll take this piece and mate me. So this rook has to only leave the 8th rank with a threat. What? Oh, he's stopping me, I think, from going to this square. What if I played to this square and threatened to mate him? What do I do here? He's going here. That's what he's doing. You got to give it to him. That was a great move. What about this move, though? I'm in check! I missed another diagonal moving piece. When I move away, he's going to mate me. That sucked. We finished in 6th place. All right, that's it. Remember, great chess starts here, but it doesn't end here. That's it. That's it for this week. Bye.